Good day guys, I'm Mini War Painter. This video is going to involve a bit of brushwork, but predominantly airbrushing. If you're new to airbrushing, or you're curious as to whether it's a good investment, this video is for you. I don't use an expensive airbrush. I bought mine for about a tenner off eBay, something I recommend doing before emptying the piggy bank on a more expensive one. These models belong to a game called Nemesis. I think you'll agree that the models look pretty impressive. That's enough of introductions. The first thing I'm going to paint will be some green slime. I'll be starting with Caliban Green, Warpstone Glow and Moot Green, basing it with Caliban Green. I wasn't happy with how dark the green appeared, so I added in some Abaddon Black to darken the tone. With this darker green, I was able to achieve the really dark sludge effect that I was going for. Now I'm going to mix in some Warpstone Glow with my previous green. This will help with the build up of transitions as to where I'd like the light to naturally hit the slime. I am using a wet palette, something I very much recommend investing in. Next step is to go to the highlights with pure Warpstone Glow. And a final spot highlight of Moot Green. Voila! The finished simple effect of green slime completed. Next, move on to airbrushing. My first choice of colours are Citadel Incubi Darkness and Army Painter Dragon Red, and a couple of drops of flow improver. If you're using a cheap airbrush like I'm using, I recommend you buy some Vallejo flow improver. Otherwise you'll find that the paint will dry a lot on the end of the airbrush, causing a blockage. As you can see, I was aiming for a rather desaturated purple to start with, as the model's base tone is close to Incubi Darkness. And finally, a little bit of water. This time all I'm doing is adding a little more Dragon Red to the paint already in the pot. This is to help build up the transitions to the final red radiating glow I'm looking for.
It's never
be sure to send a few bursts of paint through your airbrush to make sure you're blurring out the new tone you've introduced to your mix. And most of all, keep that tip clean. That's what she said. Now we're going at it with pure Dragon Red. Looking at the end product, I soon decided that the legs in particular warranted a wash to help define the rigid details on the Queen scales. With this in mind, what better wash to use than Nuln Oil? I thought a recessed wash was the way forward for this job, but I quickly realised how boring it was, so I just rinsed it through instead. And that's it. I'll leave you now with a few finished snapshots of my tabletop standard aliens. If you've got any questions about starting with an airbrush, leave me a comment below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Ta-ra!